Hello, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of RCW here on this Wednesday afternoon. As we have the heavy hitters, Johnny Ray and Joey Reeves, coming out here for this tag team opening matchup. Now, the heavy hitters, they have been looking to get into the title picture. They have yet to have their first title match here in RCW, but with a win here, they could increase their chances. We have two titles on the line tonight. Jason Moreno will be defending his BTV World title against an opponent, a random opponent in the locker room, as well as Tanaka Himiko defending her Glam Championship against whoever in the locker room as well. And we have Bryan Outlaw with some news, as well as Sky Outlaw with some news. We have a loaded show for you guys tonight, as we have All In, Austin Vegas, and Danny Mac. Now, these guys were unsuccessful at Double Down against Public Enemy in their hometown of Las Vegas for those tag titles. Public Enemy still the tag champs after a hellacious tag match at Double Down. We are on the road to RCW Rockin' Eve on New Year's Eve, our New Year's Eve special. This will be a part of the 13th season that we have going on now. Live on New Year's Eve, some titles might be on the line there, some may not. And make sure you join us there for a New Year's Eve special, as we have Johnny Ray starting off this match against Danny Mac. We are underway here as Johnny Ray with the fall away slam right away to Danny Mac. Now Johnny Ray, the powerhouse of the heavy hitters. Johnny Ray, a former baseman for the LA Angels. And Joey Reeves, a former pitcher, former starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles in Major League Baseball. Now turned wrestlers now as he tries for the fall away slam again. Danny Mac getting out of that one. Elbow strike there. And look at the strength of Johnny Ray right here. Takes him down easy. Cover, but in the ropes. Says the referee as Joey Reeves gets the tag. Hip toss there. Danny Mac, though. Danny Mac with an impaler DDT right away to Joey Reeves and a cover. Just a simple one count there. Nothing too crazy just yet. Joey Reeves very quick on his feet. This guy knows what he's doing. You know, and Danny Mac has been isolated for a good portion of this matchup. Looking for the double team offline there. Danny Mac, though. The Alabama slam. Oh. Didn't let go of that one. Danny Mac, though. Dropping him right on the knee. Right on the back of the neck there. As Austin Vegas finally gets in this matchup. Now Austin Vegas looking for the submission. Early on, this submission. Early on Joey Reeves. Johnny Ray finally getting in to help out his partner. As Austin Vegas takes care of him. Joey Reeves finds himself isolated. So he gets back to a vertical base. Danny Mac met with an enziguri right away. Now Joey Reeves off of the ropes. There he goes with that right hand. The drop toe hold busts him wide open. As Danny Mac takes over. On Danny Mac now. Dragon screw leg whip. And a leg snap right there. As Austin Vegas gets tagged in. Look at the cut near the eye of Joey Reeves. That's going to be an issue. Blurs your vision. As these two continue to go back and forth here now. Joey Reeves cover into a bridge here. Count of one, and Danny Mac's right there. And Danny Mac is out of here. As Johnny Ray takes care of that. You gotta love this team, the chemistry between Joey Reeves and Johnny Ray. You know, these guys could easily be tag team champions one day. But Public Enemy aren't looking to let go of those titles just yet. It's Austin Vegas looking to hyperextend the legs here. It's Austin Vegas with a Pele kick catches Joey Reeves off guard there. And now looking for the submission again, looking to tap him out. Joey Reeves finds himself in huge trouble here. But Johnny Ray just able to save him. And a DDT right there to Johnny Ray. Austin Vegas is tearing it up right now. Joey Reeves now sees Danny Mac. And a drop kick right off of the apron. Now Austin Vegas is isolated for the time being, and a kick right there, right to the side of the head. Now Joey Reeves going up top. Here, look at the splash. He landed it. Don't think that was his main target, but he did in a count of two. Now Joey Reeves looking for that fastball punch. Looking for that heater. There it is. To win it for his team, and a kick out at 2.5. And the crowd's loving this one right here. Thanks, Marcus. It was designed by me. Most of the RCW aesthetic is designed by yours truly. We've changed the look of RCW over the years, and I'm kind of happy with this one. This is the look that we're probably going to stick with. As Johnny Ray was looking to help out his partner. Johnny Ray right on the apron. Didn't do anything, but Joey Reeves able to get out of the way in that DDT from that kneeling position. There's a tag here to Johnny Ray. As these two go back and forth now. You gotta love a good back and forth match. Austin Vegas desperately needs to make a tag, though. A sidewalk slam. And the 10 beats of the Baron here, right? To Danny Mac. Danny Mac out of commission. Austin Vegas doesn't even know what just happened, as he was just getting up to his feet. Arch whip there. Joey Reeves getting out of the way. Joey Reeves helping out his partner there. Now because of that, that allows Johnny Ray to take over. Oh, but a DDT! Austin Vegas pulled one out of his hat there. As the DDT butts Johnny Ray wide open. It's Johnny Ray. Dumps Austin Vegas. So we have a count out of 20 under RCW rules here. rule change coming in Season 7 of the flagship show here. As a clothesline sends Austin Vegas down. And a shoulder tackle. Danny Mac is gone. Good splash there. And now he's looking to light one up. Johnny Ray. Rolling up Austin Vegas. And down he goes. Look at that. To win it. And heavy hitters. Yet another victory here. They are on a roll. And it doesn't matter. Both men are bleeding. And both men are happy as hell right now. Because they may have just punched a ticket. And a future tag title opportunity. But don't go anywhere, folks. We are going to hear from Sky Outlaw in regards to some news coming at you on RCW in just a few moments.
Some want to grab the brass ring. Some want to be elite. Some claim to be the revolution, gathering followers on every corner of every street. Me? Us? We are beyond that. For it is not the now that you're fighting for. It is for the legacy that you'll leave behind. What comes after this life? We don't know. None of us do. But there's one thing we do know. We are not about the then, the now, and the forever. Because we are not just forever. We are eternal.
That's right, folks. The first RCW pay-per-view of Season 14 will be RCW Eternal. As we get ready for the Glam Championship, as we have Io Shirai, the evil in the sky, the genius in the sky, Io Shirai, coming out here. Now, Tanaka Himiko has been on an absolute roll, but so is this young lady as well. Tanaka Himiko getting a victory over both Hikaru Shida and Starlight. Yes, I did hear about Mandy Rose getting released. I did hear about that. It's unfortunate, but, you know, you have to abide by the terms of your contract. So, you know, actions have consequences. As we have Io Shirai getting ready here. For Tanaka Himiko, the Glam Champion. Now, like I mentioned last time on Rise, these titles do not necessarily need to be defended at pay-per-views, but they need to be defended periodically. So we make sure that we don't go too long without seeing both the BTV Championship and the Glam Championship being defended. However, Sky currently holds the briefcase for the women right now. So, the ace in the hole briefcase. So, Sky could easily cash in right now after this match if she wanted to. Or during it and make it a triple threat, but who would do that, honestly? As we have Io Shirai. Now, last time we had seen a one-on-one match for this title, Tanaka Himiko made it look easy against Starlight. I doubt it's going to be this easy against someone like Io Shirai, but we all shall see, as Sakate likes to say. We all shall see. As Tanaka Himiko gives the title away to the referee. Will that be the last time she holds it? We will see in just a few moments here. As we get it underway, look at this. Io Shirai here. And Tanaka Himiko, so far it's back and forth. This could be anybody's matchup so far. Tanaka Himiko easily taking down Io Shirai into a pin, and that's just a 1 count. Tanaka Himiko on a roll. Pop up and a knee right to the midsection. And an elbow for good measure there. A head scissor takedown from Io Shirai. Fireman's carry reversed by Tanaka. And Tanaka with a big spine buster as the champion. Not looking to lose her title yet. Now, rules are as follows. All of these titles, the BTV and the Glam Championship titles, are CPU versus CPU only. That is how we started out the tournaments, and that is how we will do the matches. That is how we will conduct the matches. A couple of elbow drops right to the knee of Io Shirai. Now Tanaka is going up. She calls Io up to her feet here and takes her down. And now the champion. Looking for that hip attack in there. Right onto Io to retain the title. And she does right off of the bat. Not even. That didn't take long. Again, making quick work of both of her opponents. Tanaka Himiko has taken out Starlight and Io Shirai in a matter of minutes. It doesn't seem like anybody is going to stop Tanaka Himiko, but don't go anywhere, folks. We still have more to come at you in just a few moments. Alright, folks, what a show have we had so far, and we have our next title matchup here tonight. And it is for the BTV Championship, as we have Chris Jericho coming out here. Now, Chris Jericho, we had seen him in a triple threat match, I believe it was last episode, with Adam Cole and AJ Styles. As AJ Styles won that one off of a phenomenal forearm, a perfectly timed phenomenal forearm. And now Chris Jericho, a wrestling legend. You know, and I know a lot of people abuse that word legend, but, you know, I think it's right here for Chris Jericho. 30 years, so many championships to his name. He's looking to add another, as we have Jason Moreno the BTV World Champion. And he's coming out with his buddy Austin Lee. Now, like I've mentioned before, I really don't know the nature of Jason and Austin's relationship here. Jason refused to elaborate, but like I've always mentioned, there's got to be something going on between those two. You know, they got to be planning something. Jason Moreno defeated Bryan Outlaw for that championship, and he has defended it ever since. His last opponent, and get this, the Beast, Brock Lesnar. And he took care of him. So let's see if he can take care of another legend in Chris Jericho. Because Brock Lesnar, you know, that's not a guy you take lightly. And I mean, to be honest, let's face it. You know, if you can beat Brock Lesnar, you can beat anybody. We haven't seen The Undertaker in quite some time either. So, you know, since season, what was it, 1? Since the inaugural season of RCW. So, we haven't seen him in like 3 to 4 years in the timeline here. I doubt Jason can call himself, you know, the greatest yet. You know, Brock Lesnar had defeated The Undertaker to break his WrestleMania streak at WrestleMania 30. And, you know, that was monumental. As we have the BTV title right up there. Thanks to Young Sin, my moderator, for helping me make those titles. The Glam Championship. And the BTV title. A lot of this wouldn't be possible without him. All these wrestlers, pretty much most of the roster, are characters that he has found or created himself, or one way or the other. As we have Chris Jericho with a double axe handle right to the champion. Hopefully this one is more eventful than the last matchup we had as a DDT. Count of 2 and a kick out. DDT from Jericho there. Only just a count of 2, and now Jericho. Looking to put knees right on the spine there. From Jason Moreno, but he rolls it over into a cover. And not much there. Tree of Woe position for Jericho. Jericho, though, gets out of it with a quick kick right to the face. And now a Northern Lights suplex right to the champion. Oh, and that Judas effect there, that back elbow. Look at the Judas effect right on the Jericho and a kick out of 1. Can you believe it? The Judas effect being used on Jericho. His own maneuver that he's made so famous. In All Elite Wrestling, and now Jason Moreno just used it on the legend Chris Jericho, and look at that. To retain the title and a kick out at 1. Jason Moreno on fire. Jericho with a drop kick. Look at that old school drop kick there from Jericho. It's vintage Jericho right there. And he goes for a cover. Count of 2 and a kick out. And a kitchen sink right there from Jericho. It's Jericho now going up top once again. Jericho with a slash right onto Moreno. And a rope break. I believe his foot or the edge of his toe is underneath the rope there. Referee in perfect positioning for that. Jason Moreno, tried to roll up for something. Roll up into something. Maybe a face buster perhaps, but Jericho stopped that one. Now Jason Moreno rolls through. Super kick right to the face of Jericho. Now he goes up again. And Jericho rolls over. And oh, look at that elbow. From Jason Moreno to retain the title. And another kick out there from Jericho. Jason Moreno getting a little aggravated here. Austin Lee has to be loving what he's seeing right now. Cattle mutilation. And now Jericho with the elbow right to the face. Getting out of that submission. And now Jericho again with that drop kick off of the springboard. Now Jason Moreno made an amazing debut against Bryan Danielson. However, the first time we'd seen him was at South Beach Splash when Austin Lee had beaten the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. As Chris Jericho with a cover and a kick out of 2. And ever since, they've been all buddy-buddy for whatever reason. And look at the Lion Tamer submission here. Locked in right onto Jason Moreno. Is this going to be the end of his reign here? No, it's not, as Jericho lets it go. And a shot right to the elbow of Jason Moreno. Now Jason Moreno in huge trouble here. Senton missed. A little bit too much distance. Now Jason Moreno. Both men back up to a vertical base, slipping him off, and then a foot stomp right there to the chest, and now Jason Moreno tried for a little too much there. And Jason Moreno again with the Judas effect across Chris Jericho. And a boot right to the face, and that busted Jericho wide open. But Jericho's no stranger to a little color. And Jason Moreno continues the onslaught of offense here. Again with the cover. Gets a 2 count here and a kick out. Huge. Jericho now. Having Jason Moreno up to a vertical base. Tried to take him into that corner perhaps, but Jason Moreno breaks out of it. Jericho bleeding profusely on his forehead there. This is anybody's match right now. Oh, what a DDT spiking. Jason Moreno, and that busted him open. 2. Almost. Jason Moreno almost said goodbye to that title. And now Jericho looking for the walls. He's got the walls locked in. And he's wrenching on it. And Jason Moreno taps out as Jericho has defeated Jason Moreno, and he is the new BTB World Champion. Chris Jericho had to go through hell for that one. Austin Lee couldn't help. I don't even know what to call him, his partner, his friend, whatever it is, but nonetheless, Austin Lee, no help to Jason Moreno, and Chris Jericho defeats him for that championship. Don't go anywhere, folks. We have More matches coming at you. Alright, folks, next up we have some women's action coming at you as we have Starlight coming out here. Now, Starlight, unfortunately for her, like I mentioned, in the Glam Championship match, she had lost really quickly to Tadaka Himiko for that Glam Championship. Tadaka Himiko, once again, showing her dominance with a win tonight over Io Shirai, retaining her title. Starlight now makes her eerie way to the ring. Now, we've seen her do these weird little, I don't know what you would call them, packages, or, you know, it's definitely not promos. It's definitely not a traditional way of expressing yourself, that's for sure. But, you know, Starlight is one of those people that is not traditional at all. You know, that's kind of, you know, she's not a very traditional person, as we have Marielle Rogue here of the Rogue family, the only member of the Rogue family to come back here on RCW. We've had Jay Rogue all the way back in Season 4 and Season 5, but Marielle Rogue is the only one to return. Now, her return was very, very eventful, as she was throwing Paige off of the production truck backstage in, I believe it was the Season 11 premiere, and that announced the formation of the Outliers, led by Bryan Outlaw. And we will hear from him after this matchup, before your main event, folks, in regards to the future of his team. Well, let's get to the matchup, shall we? It is Marielle Rogue and Starlight. Here we go. Now Starlight here will lock up, and planning Marielle right off the bat. Now these quick strikes here from Starlight. Starlight is an interesting one, to say the least, is a headbutt right to Marielle, and look at this dominance from Starlight here. She definitely needs some type of offense going after a couple of poor performances. Is Marielle trying to get back into this here. Marielle now with a DDT right there to Starlight. It's now Marielle with a spinning back fist there. Catching Starlight now. Marielle tried for a missile drop kick, but both ladies charged at each other, and both not connecting with what they wanted. There's Marielle now with a cover here right on the Starlight, only getting a one count there. It's like that nursery rhyme. Starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have this wish I wish tonight. You know, that was a little bit of a teaser. That's the first time we heard from Starlight, was that little famous nursery rhyme there. It's a count of 1 and a kick out. There's a headbutt once again. And it seems like Starlight just doesn't care at all about Marielle or the... Huh? Who the hell is this? It's definitely not John Cena, I'll tell you that much. Not sure what's going on here, whoever. Because otherwise, you know, we can't see John Cena, that's this whole thing. Not sure who the hell that was there. It's Marielle. Continues this onslaught of offense now. Off of that little distraction, double foot stomp there. And a cover. She gets the count of 2 and a kick out there from Starlight. Now Starlight now getting right back up and right back down as a pop-up punch right there. And now Marielle doing a little bit of bragging there. Count of 1. As the referee begins the count of 20 under RCW rules as Starlight begins to stir on the outside. Marielle came in charging in after her and got planted as a result. Is now back into the ring. Both ladies find themselves. Starlight now. Looking to gain all this momentum as she goes up top here. Looking for that splash right onto Marielle. Looking for the win here and a kick out of 2. Not much you can do here. And Starlight here. Looking to plant Marielle. There it is. And planting Marielle. Look at the hook of the leg there. And a kick out of 2.5. Now Starlight. Looking to send a message here. Starlight now. Plants Marielle again. Some type of Uranagi there. 2. And a kick out from Marielle again. Marielle is not one to go down. Easy there is Starlight. With the absolute onslaught of offense here. The Starlight here. Look at the senton and all. I believe Marielle got the knees up there. Or the swanton, excuse me. The Starlight and Marielle going back and forth here, looking for the Hades call. But Marielle is unsuccessful in that, but look at her now as the arm drag to Starlight. Now look. She caught Marielle sleeping there. Look at that Uranagi again. 1, 2. Could this be it for Marielle? And again, she kicks out at 2. The strength and will of Marielle is unmatched right now. She tried to for the headbutt. Oh, look at it. Perhaps a powerbomb. Got her locked up, pop-up cutter. Starlight getting out of the way of the springboard cutter there. Or what would have been the springboard cutter is Starlight. Doesn't seem to have a care in the world. Her making her debut in the women's ace in the hole match. As Marielle gets dumped to the outside. I still have no idea what happened early on in this matchup. Some type of distraction there. I'm pretty sure we'll get more answers as the show goes on, or maybe not. You never know. Is Marielle in a good spot here right now? Is again trying to go for a cover, trying to settle this one, and a kick out of 2. Marielle just doesn't seem to go away. As Marielle with the headbutts, both of these ladies are going to end up with severe concussions at some point. There's a knee drop offline there from Marielle. And again, look at this Northern Lights rope break off of that pin. And again, the boot to the throat. Now again, gonna plant. Oh, look at that. Starlight looked to plant Marielle again, and Starlight was the one getting planted. It's a springboard moonsault there, hook of the leg. And a kick out of 1. Starlight not even gonna let her get a satisfying 2 count at least. Again, Marielle in the right spot. Couple of knees here, right to the midsection. Starlight is just, I don't know. Her strength is not there. You know, it seems like that distraction just kind of threw her off her game a little bit. She can't finish Marielle in the way that she wants to. Is a count of 2 here. She might have it, and a kick out at 2.5. Now Marielle's getting a little frustrated. You can tell there. Backing away is Starlight, and Starlight again. We're gonna plant Marielle. There it is. At Uranagi again. That's gotta be it. And it is. But it took 3. And Starlight is back in the win column, but there is definitely something going on here by that distraction. I'm not really too sure what to make of it. But don't go anywhere, folks. Right before your main event, we're going to hear from Bryan Outlaw in just a few moments.
They say there cannot be love without pain. Question is if that pain feels temporary or never ending. Remember when I said love is nothing but a poison of the mind? Well, my mind has been cleansed. Cleansed of the poison injected by the succubus, at which has been summoned by a demon of my own. Only these demons don't just haunt me in my dreams. They are there when I awake and when I go to sleep, questioning me at every turn, like a devil. Only this time, there's no angel to save me. Why? Because I have to save myself. No wonder why your father left you. A message that rages on, praying that I listen. But it's because of you, Eliza, that I refuse to. I refuse to because I know that it's just you trying to play your wicked game. But like I told you before, I am the Dungeon Master. And now, I run this. And there's nothing you can do about it. You are no longer one of us. Because an outlier stands for something. You fell for everything. Everything to feed your own greed. Until there was nothing left for you to take. You've become what you feared all along. A traitor. A Judas trying to crucify the one who saved you. But you're forgetting one thing. He may have died for our sins on that cross. But he rose again. He rose again because he wasn't done. And neither am I.
Well, from the looks of it, it seems that Elisa's time with the Outliers is over, as we have Sheamus coming out here, the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. Now, he's had a couple of run-ins with the Irishman Jake Carvel. And, well, you know, it seems that those two are going to face off at some point. Maybe perhaps at the next big event in RCW Kingdom in Manchester. As we have the Prince, Finn Balor, he is our world champion. Coming out here is Finn Balor had retained his championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match against Jay Jin at our Double Down pay-per-view. We will hold that title on the line at our RCW Kingdom. As under RCW rules, every title must be defended at pay-per-views except for the Glam and BTV championships, as they have special specifications there. As Finn Balor is ready here to go one-on-one with the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. Here we go. Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior, and Finn Balor. Finn Balor getting off a couple of quick strikes, though, on the Celtic Warrior. Now Sheamus with a knee. Irish whip. Into the corner, and another knee right to the side of the head. Here's Sheamus starting off on a roll. Sheamus. Back and forth. Both of these men are. Tried for a pop-up knee, but to no avail. Float over DDT. Offline there. And Sheamus gets out of dodge. Sheamus now. Sheamus tried for the choke slam, perhaps. And Finn Balor got the best of that exchange. Now a couple of stomps to that elbow there. It's now Balor lighting up Sheamus with it, and got a Pele kick for good measure after those vicious chops to the chest of Sheamus. First cover of the match up here, and just a kick out at one. Try Went for a chop of his own, did Sheamus. Sheamus, though, got met with a float over DDT. Stomp to the arm. And for the double foot stomp to the chest there. Modified coup de grace, perhaps, but Sheamus. Look at this power of Sheamus with this stalling suplex from the Celtic Warrior. And oh, not really too sure what's happening here. We've had a couple distractions here tonight. But Sheamus continues on. Sheamus once again. That stalling suplex, all the blood rushing to Finn Balor's head. You know, you're upside down there. You're a little disoriented for a while. Now right hand. It's Finn Balor now. Finn Balor tried for a crossbody and failed there. And, oh my! A huge thud to the chest of Balor. Balor using his quickness to get out of dodge. Look at these quick strikes float over. DDT there. Once again landing for Balor. As Balor now, second rope, double axe handle. And now Balor firing away here on Sheamus. And Sheamus now a former Money in the Bank winner, cashing in on Roman Reigns. To become WWE champion. It's a cover and a kick out. But Sheamus really hasn't done much here in RCW, but he's looking to change that here, and he could! But Balor, with the coup de grace, right across the chest of Sheamus, and Sheamus kicks out at one. And Sheamus now with a headbutt. Sheamus with a shot. Now Sheamus. Oh my, Sheamus. Taking down Balor. And now Sheamus now. Irish curse backbreaker here. Into the bro kick right across the face. Oh, Balor. Count of two. And Balor gets the shoulder up at 2.5. And Sheamus takes Balor out to the outside. Balor fighting back though. Balor looking for the float over. DDT on the concrete this time. And that got Sheamus a little busted open. Sheamus though. Back to a vertical base. Referee got caught in the way there. The referee looks okay. Balor on the other hand, he's busted open. And now Balor. Look at the charge it up. Shotgun drop kick in the corner. Cover. One. No. Usually it's the 1-2 punch. The coup de grace. He usually lines it up. But Balor. Balor sees Sheamus. Sheamus is already up to his feet already. Now Balor got that drop kick off. And now Balor now setting him up. Coup de grace, nobody home. As Sheamus got out of the way, looking for that stalling suplex again, but a German Oh, no. Not a German this time. STO. From Balor. Jawbreaker there from Balor. Balor and Sheamus fighting back and forth here. This could be anybody's matchup here as a knee strike caught Balor right on the chin. And Sheamus just having his way right now. Oh, but Balor went right after the knee of Sheamus. Sling blade into a drop kick. There it is, right to the side of the head. And now Balor with a couple of right hands. On to Sheamus. And see if that's going to end him. No. Balor might be in trouble here. Oh, the Irish Curse backbreaker into a bro kick again. As Sheamus has laid out Balor. But he ain't done there. He is looking to punish Balor. Now he's got him up. Almost like a razor's edge. Look at that. And now Sheamus just seems to be loving the hell out of this right now. Sheamus got a little too distracted there with the gloating. Now he's going to charge in. Look at that bro kick. Right onto Balor. And it's over. Sheamus. Oh! Oh my! Drew McIntyre! He's cashing in! McIntyre's cashing in! Already! McIntyre's cashing in! Oh my! Oh my! Alright! Okay! McIntyre's cashing in! Alright, we're having... Okay, this is highly unexpected. McIntyre's cashing in on Balor. This is the championship matchup right now. Oh my, I swear to God, guys, I did not plan this. This is, and the funny part is I have AI cash-ins off. So I don't know how this is happening right now. But okay, we're getting a cash-in. We're getting a championship match. All right, all right. And now Balor going for the coup de grace, but nobody home as Drew McIntyre reversed it. And now Drew McIntyre look for future shock DDT, but offline. As Balor and Drew McIntyre battling for the World Championship after Sheamus just defeated Balor. Mind you, Drew McIntyre is a fresh man right now. As Balor's looking to retain his title. Count of 2. And Drew McIntyre kicks out. Balor's in the fight of his life right now. As Drew McIntyre unexpectedly cashing in. And he's taking advantage of his opportunity. I'll give him that. What? Who else? There's Jake Carmel. What the hell is he doing here? Oh my. Oh no. Him and Sheamus were at odds. And now Jake Carmel just all of a sudden decides to come out during this championship match. All right. Roll through to retain the title and a kick out. Okay. So all hell's breaking loose now. Here at RCW. Apparently I have no control over anything anymore. Holy crap. Alright. This is insane. It's Finn Balor. Off of the distraction. Has fully taken over this matchup with Drew McIntyre. McIntyre tossing Finn Balor. Mind you, Balor is the weak one here. He just got done going to war with Sheamus. Oh, we almost got a Claymore kick. Are we gonna get it now? Claymore! For the title! And Drew McIntyre wins the title! Oh my god! I thought Finn Balor was already set. He was already good. But just like Broken Dreams, he had it right in his grasp, and in a moment, his minute passed as Drew McIntyre wins the World Championship. Oh my god. What the hell just happened? Oh my lord, I have no control over anything anymore. McIntyre wins the title in the most unexpected, wild fashion I've ever seen in my entire life. McIntyre wins the championship. A new era has begun now as McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, is champion.